Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. That's the microphone. That's when you talk into it. I do this. You try it. You do it. Go. Okay, say bye, everybody.
Bye, baby.
Everybody.
Bye.
Okay.
What is this?
Bye bye. 1, 2, 3. ABCs. ABC. Let me pause this for a second. Clay. Yeah, so. Oh, wait a minute. I'm uploading the video, but I don't think I turned the comment thing back on. Stand by. Stand by. Pause. Okay, got it fixed. And I got my default set now that it will just allow comments. So I just need to, I'm going to need a little sticky note or something I have to put in here. Do the disclaimer about the fake bastards trying to be you, scamming your people. So we're going to talk about a little spiritual stuff. And let me turn this phone off because we don't need it no more. Slide the power off. Done, son. You know, I've done all this stuff, and I'm going to have to do a video, I think, for Patreon, because a few people have asked, like, Joe, what was the process of how the hell did you do this stuff? Were you getting these dreams and all this stuff? And I said, yeah, I've been through quite a bit of stuff. Not a lot, but, you know, I started off doing this, and then I went to that, and, you know, like, I need to do a video where I kind of go over it all and put it on Patreon for anyone trying to, like, walk in my footsteps of how I did this with Woo Woo Dudes, you know, reaching out to me and getting me started. Although I do say I don't know it's all me, you know, there's always some help up there. I think that they have a little meeting, you know, like a little huddle. Is this guy worthy? All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Okay. We're going to help him. We're going to give him a little bonus. We're going to help him out. You know, like, you can't just do it by yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. But I do feel like even if you try by yourself, I bet you could gain some kind of ability or, you know, psychic thing going on, you know, because again, you practice anything, you'll get better at it. It doesn't really matter what it is. So, yeah, so, you know, talking about the treasure hunting thing, Dick Algar, we're going to do a video together. You know, he reached out to me a few days ago, and I was like, yeah, just tell me when you're ready. You know, and he did this really interesting remote viewing. First time I ever went out to New Mexico. I was droning 3 different areas, and for all intents and purposes, I'm leaving, going home. It was kind of cool, but I mean, I'm leaving. I don't know what else to do here. And he sends me this email out of nowhere while I'm at the hotel getting ready to leave about this treasure inside of a mountain. I see JSNIP 4 out there, and it reminds me of Roswell, New Mexico, kind of a climate. He's got a tan sun hat on with a little cord that goes around the neck with a floppy brim. It's tan. And I'm looking over at my bed. There's my hat. There is the hat. He doesn't even know I own that hat. You've never seen me wear it in a video. Why would I? I'm inside my house. And that's my little sun hat, you know? So I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then he starts talking about this treasure in the mountain, and there's this Indian spirit. It's like a shaman. He was powerful when he was alive. He's powerful when he's dead. He's pissed off what happened to his people. He put a curse on it, told the tribes, his tribe, like, when I die and everything, like, keep this particular ritual going and teach it to the next generation and keep the magic alive so that if these bastards ever come back, you know, the Spanish, essentially, conquistadors, they'll be cursed, you know, like they'll be, whatever will happen to them. And he goes, man, this is real. He goes, I'm not messing with you. This is serious shit. And he goes, I see the conquistador, like the main guy. And it's like his name, I can hear the phonics. It's like Don or Juan or something like that. So I started doing some research. Oh my God, Don Juan, whoops, Onate, Wikipedia. I'll read it to you real quick. I found the effing guy. Never heard of him in my life before this. In this Spanish name, the first or paternal surname is Onati, and the second or maternal family name is Salazar. Now, isn't Salazar an elitist kind of a name? Come to think of it. Don de Onati Salazar, Spanish, whatever. We can listen to it together. Hold on, we can actually listen to how it's pronounced. Listen.
Juan Doñate.
Oh, gotta change my speakers. Change it back, bro. Try again.
Juan Doñate. Juan Doñate.
Juan Doñate.
Juan Doñate.
Thank you. Thank you, Wikipedia. (1550 to 1626), I guess was his, how long he was alive, so that would be about 76 years old, was a Spanish conquistador from New Spain. And if you right-click New Spain, that should be what is now New Mexico. Let's see. Kingdom of New Spain was an integral territorial entity of the Spanish Empire established by Habsburg Spain during the Spanish colonization of the Americas and having its capital in Mexico City. Still makes sense. Okay. Anyways, he was a conquistador from New Spain, explorer and colonial governor of the province of Santa Fe de Nuevo Mexico, which again, Santa Fe, New Mexico. In the Viceroyalty of New Spain, he led Spanish expeditions to the Great Plains and to lower Colorado River Valley, encountering numerous indigenous tribes in their homelands there. He founded settlements in the province, now in the southwestern United States. He is notorious for the 1599 Acoma Massacre. Onati is. Following a dispute that led to the ambush and death of 13 Spaniards at the hands of the Acoma, including Onati's nephew, Juan de Saldivar Onati, ordered a brutal retaliation against Acoma Pueblo. The Pueblo was destroyed. Around 800 to 1,000 of these Indians were killed. Of the 500 or so survivors at a trial at Oke Owinge, Onati sentenced most to 20 years of forced personal servitude and additionally mandated that all men over the age of 25 had a foot cut off. Recent research has indicated that there is no evidence of this happening and that at most the prisoners lost some toes. No, it happened. The latter theory makes sense for losing toes rather than a whole foot left the prisoners useful as servants. In Onati's personal journal, he specifically refers to the punishment of the Acoma warriors as cutting off las puntas del pie, the points of the foot, the toes. He was eventually banished from New Mexico and exiled from Mexico for 5 years, convicted by the Spanish government of using excessive force against the Acoma people. Today, Onati remains a controversial figure in New Mexican history. In 1998, the right foot was cut off a statue of the conquistador that stands in Alcalde, New Mexico, in protest of the massacre, and significant controversy arose when a large equestrian statue of Onati was erected in El Paso, Texas in 2006, which, by the way, is right outside the effing airport. In 2006, on June 15, 2020, the statue of Onati in Alcalde, New Mexico, was temporarily removed by Rio Arriba County workers at the directions of officials. Civil institutions will make the final decision on the statue's future. So it's got his early years, governorship. There's a little bit of history here. Anyways, he was the guy in charge. And Dick Algar had told me about this in this remote viewing, and he said this guy like his superiors, he goes, I get the sense that his superiors are in such faraway lands. Where he's at, in the surrounding area, he's the man. And nobody will ever know what he is doing to anybody else. That was basically what Dick Algar wrote. This is the kind of guy he is. He rapes women. He brutalized the Indians. So Dick was picking this up. Oh no, they just chopped off some of the pinky toes. Oh no, no, no. No, I think I'll believe the remote viewer. So I've always wondered, how the hell am I going to approach this day when I decide to go for that particular treasure? And I think I know anyways, about 3 or maybe 4, we'll call it 4, maybe even 5 now, sites that I think, may have some loot. And he described the area on the outside of what it looked like, this real big, like, ravine, and he described what to look for. And I found one that's like, man, this kind of matches it. But a couple of little features it didn't have, but I go, it still could be. And I droned all up and down this thing, and I was like, I don't think this is it. It's missing a couple of key features, and it's not it. So I would always drive by this other one, when I'm going up to the mountain. And I never droned it, and I always get that feeling, you haven't droned this one, you should drone it one day. But I'm always, we're too busy. I'm going up here, and then I'm coming back down, we gotta get down, we got somewhere to go. And then I was there with my friend Bill temporarily, and I just decided to take him, we're just gonna go up the mountain to just show him around, like, the views up there. And on the way back, I go, oh, we're leaving to go back to Florida, like, tomorrow. I go, or maybe it was that same day even, I don't remember. I'm like, I'm stopping right now, and I'm going to effing drone this thing once and for all. So I drone it, and I don't look at the video footage until I get back to Florida. It has every single thing, including the 2 little things the other one didn't have, at this site. And I see these 2, I'll just call it markers that I think I recognize. I'm not 100% sure of this theory, but I go, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, they're basically triangulating something, like, look there. And they both happen to be pointing from different directions at this kind of pile of rocks on the left side of this ravine, which is one of the key features he said to look for. This thing is so steep, even though it's towards the bottom of the ravine. It's not at the bottom, it's just close to the bottom. It's so steep, there isn't a chance in hell any rock that had fallen or slid or run from above would stop right there amongst a bunch of other rocks all stopping together right there. And I go, oh my God, I think this is it. Oh my God, I think this is it. And I had the laptop up, I was in my bed, and my wife's next to me. I'm like, Evelyn, go to bed tonight, ask for a dream. Is this the freaking Dick Algar spot that he remote viewed with the treasure, the curse, and all that? Okay. She has a dream. I have a dream. She has a dream she's feeding our son Ian in a high chair inside of a cave. I said, have you ever dreamed about a cave before in your life? She goes, no, never. I go, that's one hell of a dream to have, to get an answer, is this the spot? I said, I also had a dream. And I was running for my effing life because a gigantic bear was chasing me out of the mountains. And I'm like, this thing's going to catch me. And I see this one car coming down a dirt road, and I'm like screaming and waving my hands, please stop. And they didn't want to stop at first. They're like, who the hell's this guy? Crazy. And then they saw the bear, and they're like, oh shit, okay, get in. And then, I'm safe. And then I woke up. And I go, Evelyn, this is the site, and there's the warning attached to it that Dick Algar had said. This is a dangerous place because of the curse. Your life's in danger, I'm not kidding, because of the curse. So I'm going, well, you have to be able to, somebody can decurse this, right? A shaman, woo-woo dude, somebody could decurse this. I don't know that I could. Well, up until maybe recently, and even now, I don't think I'd feel comfortable to even try it. But I was given a sign in a dream recently, like, you've upgraded, like, your protection, and like evil can't f with you, or at least certain levels of it, I should say. I don't know. And I'll just go into that dream real quick just to kind of talk about this. because it's kind of where I was going. I've done all this stuff with this work with Woo Woo Dude and try this, try that, do this. I'm doing all these things, and it's been over 2 years. I've been 2.5 years now, and look at these dreams I'm having. I'm getting crypto prices. I'm getting effing. They gave me a dream after I had affirmed from Julianne. She goes, I got this message for you, a channeling message for you without you being present. I'm emailing it to you. It's already in your email. Oh, I go and read it. I know some few things in there, but one thing stood out. We are ready to help you find the treasures. We just need you to reaffirm your position that you will take some of this money, the loot, and help the indigenous peoples. And I thought, of course, I haven't, that's been my whole thing. Yeah, I haven't changed. And I'm like, I just want to read through this, and I'm going, it definitely sounds like I can keep some for sure, but I do have to use some for them. And my idea of use some isn't, I found 100 bars of gold. Let me give them one or two and, melt it down and give them the money, and I'll keep the 98. No, it would be like 50-50, or maybe they need more, 60-70 to 30 me and my people, people that'll be with me, that have helped me, and my little team, so to speak. And like I said, if I find something on Patreon, your Patreon, when I find something, I'll just be out, hey, one day, just, guys, I need your XRP address. Just put your effing XRP address in the comment section with a memo, if you have a memo field, like if it's on Exchange. I got a little bonus I need to give you. And then I'll just do it accordingly. It's time to rain some XRP down on some biatches. So, I affirmed that night, went to bed, do my thing, eyes closed, talking to my, third eye, praying, however you want to say it, talking to my guides. I absolutely affirm, and I said, I hope I am understanding this correctly, that I can definitely keep some friends and family help, my Patreon tribe, all this stuff, and I said, if that's not the case, you know how to get me in a dream. Just show me. And if I can't keep any of it even, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but I will tell you right now, I still promise I'll do what you tell me to do. I'll still do it. And it was maybe a couple of days later. Boom, they give me a dream. And I wake up, it's so clear in my mind what I just saw. I open my laptop and I'm drawing different colors. This was there, that was a scene of this and that. And I go, I don't know if this was in the mountain. I go, because this tree was very healthy. This was a nice, healthy tree. And then the mountain is a desert mountain. I'm led to believe this is down by water somewhere. And another couple days goes by. I am asking for more. This could be anywhere. I don't know where this is exactly. I go, but I have a sneaky suspicion it's not necessarily in the mountain, way up in the mountain, but it's on the way to the mountain. So they give me this dream about farmland. And I wake up a couple days later. I'm just sitting in bed. I don't even know if I was thinking about anything. All of a sudden, I see this vision so clear, like my eyes are open, but my eyes are closed, and I'm awake. Farmland surrounded by farmland, and they gave me this very specific property. So it's like I'm looking down at Google Earth, and I'm like, oh wow, a lot of farmland, and it's just more farmland surrounded by farmland. And then it goes whoop and zooms into this one property, and it has very distinct features of the property. And I wake up or open my eyes, and I go, okay, I kind of drew and wrote down what I just got, and I go, I was wide awake. I was like, how effing cool is that? I just got a full-on vision, wide awake. And it's attached to the other one. Oh my gosh. So maybe it's close to this particular property. Oh, I think that's what they're showing me. Okay, cool. And I'm going, oh yeah, it's definitely this can't be in the mountain. Then it's got to be kind of on the way. So I write it down and everything. I start looking on Google Earth, and I'm going, there's a couple of properties that match what I saw. And that one in particular, I think is better, but there is two. And both of them are close to a water source. And I go, bingo. So then another couple of days goes by. I have a dream, a quick one, where I'm on a side of the river. It's not a long, wide river. And I'm looking across it, and I see some trees that are like kind of overhanging over the bank a little bit of the river. And they're like, they're close enough that their trees and leaves and branches are like kind of, intertwined with each other, you could say. And that's it. Boom, wake up. So I'm going, okay, that clue. Oh, I think I have an idea. Because what I saw wasn't in or on the river. But I felt like it was close in that initial dream. But I'm going, this still could be anywhere. So it was just more and more clues that I've kind of figured. I think I kind of know roughly where to look for that one. And I go, this is a Doc Noss hiding spot. He was again, if you want to read a really cool story, and it's real, it's the most accurate accounting, supposedly. It's a trilogy, but you only need the first book, and it is called The Gold House. Amazon. The Gold House. The Gold House, The Discovery, the book 1 of the Gold House trilogy. $9.50 Kindle, unless you want hardcover for $249 effing dollars. No. And then there's the second one, The Gold House, The Lies, The Thefts, book 2 of the Gold House trilogy. And then the third one, The Gold House, Executive Order, book 3 of the Gold House trilogy. Now my friend had told me you only need the first one if you really want the main meat and potatoes of everything. The other two, whatever. So I did. I just got the first one. I think I did use Amazon as well. Author John Clarence. So Doc Noss had found a massive, humongous treasure in New Mexico in an area that has a peak called Victorio Peak. White Sands Missile Range, after he did his treasure trove claim on it legally, all of a sudden, White Sands, oh, we're expanding. Just past Victoria Peak. F off, you can't come back. Just like the effing government would do. And he had business partners, or mainly one at this particular point in time, and allegedly he had been pulling stuff out of that place, going quite far away from the military area and way into another area closer to town to re-hide everything that he was taking out. I say everything, some stuff. Because he was, in fact, unloading it in Mexico because it was illegal to own it in those days. Getting his cash, live off it for a while, go back, get some more. But he was going back there constantly, pulling stuff out and re-hiding it. He gets wind that his business partner is going to double cross him after they just pulled out 110 gold bars and hit him. And he knows both of them know where they are. So he goes back out there that night with another guy. And this guy is actually on, if you want to look up on YouTube, I don't mind telling you anything about this. Tony Jolly, Tony Jolly, Doc Noss. Let's see if that. Yeah, so I think it's this video. Tony Jolly, Gold, MPG, whatever. A short excerpt from a 1.5 hour interview with Tony Jolly, the cowboy that helped Milton Doc Noss dig up 110 bars. So that's the name of the thing here is Tony Jolly, Gold, whatever. So it's interesting to hear him to tell the stories, and I've seen the video. So they pulled out 110 gold bars. He got Tony Jolly's help that night to quickly get him back out of there and re-hide them somewhere else. And Tony Jolly helped him re-hide them. And the next day, Doc Noss confronts his business partner. I heard what you said yesterday. You're going to double cross me, you son of a bitch. I'm not working with you. I've already removed the gold bars. So the guy's pissed off at him. Where'd you put him? I'm not telling you. Doc runs out. The guy comes out, shoots him in the back of the head. Kills him. And there's a picture of Doc Noss slumped over on a bumper. And allegedly, the judge, Freemason attachment, blah, blah, blah. The guy's found not guilty. Self-defense, even though Doc is running out of his house unarmed apparently. And but anyways, so he's dead. Tony Jolly's like, oh my God, what the F just happened today? I was out there last night. No one in the world knows I was out there but me and Doc Noss, who's now dead. Someone just murdered him over this gold. Oh my God, I'm getting the F out of here. He flees town. No one ever knew. Years later, he's down on his luck. Blah, 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 blah. He remembered all those years that have gone by about those damn gold bars. He decides to come back and camp out there for a week at a time trying to find this place where he remembered going and metal detecting. He was pretty sure he found the right area, but spent a week, got nothing. Got no bars, no dings on the metal detector, nothing. And he had mentioned, I think, if I recall, like he'd done this 2 or 3 times for about a week each time, and he was just pretty much about to give up. Like either someone got him or I just forgot too long ago where, I think it's here and it's not here. It's somewhere else. And he gets a hit. And it was like at the end of the day, he's finally about to give up. Boom, gets a hit. Pulls 10 bars out. And go ahead, takes them, leaves, flees the area, goes back to Texas, buys a ranch, lives life real good for a while. I don't recall if he said he went back trying to find the other 100 bars that were 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like that spread out. Or what the rest of the story was. But so that, I'm just telling you, Doc Noss would hide shit like that. So when I got that first dream, after a couple of days of when they say, please reaffirm your position with the Indians, and I did, the very first dream that I drew out, I got this instant knowledge as I'm watching the scene. Oh my God, this is a Doc Noss hiding spot. He's got something hidden here. And I felt like this is probably gold bars. So Uncle Cliff's messaging. So I get this knowledge. This is a Doc Noss site. And I'm going, oh my God, one of his sites. So I don't know. I don't have X marks a spot, but I think I know where to search, small area. So another few days goes by, maybe a week. I get a completely different vision. And I'll tell you, this is really cool because my son was in the dream with me. And we're at like the main dig site. Like me, JC, and Dave dig site. But it's just, they're not there in this dream. It's just me, my wife, woo-woo friend was with us in the dream, and my son. And a couple of like strangers, I don't know who they were, but they were like in this cavern with us. So we got into this cavern. And I go, okay, we got to go up this hatch. And then go through it and come down. There's another hatch. And I go, I don't know what's behind that one, but I think that's what we're looking for. That's the one. Okay, so I'm holding Ian. I'm climbing, I'm like this little ladder fold down. I'm climbing this little ladder up through the hatch, through the hole, go down. Now we're in another cavern. Everyone follows through. Okay, here's another one. I look up. Oh man, it's too tight. I can't hold Ian and go up there. I go, shit. I said, all right, Ian, Daddy's going to put you right up at the top. You just wait right there. Don't move. Just sit there, okay? And he's like, okay. So I put him up there, and I start to grab the ladder myself to go up, and he's already crawling a little bit. He turns to crawl, and he goes, treasure. And I go, what did you say? Treasure. Did you say treasure? Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. But I'm like, well, don't move, baby. Don't move. Like, I don't know what's in there. Is he going to fall through something? Like, stop. And all of a sudden the scene changes. He's now missing. I don't know where he is. We lost him somehow. I've got a GPS tracker on him. So I open my laptop up. There he is. He's going down this highway. And I'm like, well, what highway is that? And then, boom, I just get this knowledge. It's this highway. Highway such and such. Okay. And it goes, take this thing this many miles north. And I go, that's the information that's coming in. And I'm watching him drive, and he gets to this point where I got this knowledge of, take this many miles. And then they do this weird little maneuver off the road and then get back on the road. And then I wake up. Now, they told me, again, as just information that comes in, no one actually said it. It was just knowledge that came in with the dream. When I was putting him up that second little hatch thing, they said to me, he's he's almost 3 or he is 3. And I thought maybe they're telling me like when I should, or when I might be able to go or should go, or the coast is clear to go anytime after that. Like wait for him to turn 3 and then anytime after that would be okay. That kind of a thing. And I go, oh, I think they're telling me the like, don't go now. Like, you know, it's not ready for you yet, but, you know, wait till like next year or whatever. Maybe that's what they were telling me. So it just came in as information, and that's my interpretation. So I quickly go on to YouTube, Google Earth and maps and everything, and I'm looking for this highway, and I can't really find it. And then I realize they're differently labeled out there, and I go, oh, so I find it almost right away after I realize that. And I go, okay, where do I start from the counting of this many miles north? And I just like, I don't know, but I think that's where I need to start. I just felt like that's the spot. So I go ahead and I measure it out with the tool, little measuring tool on Google Earth, exactly that many miles. And I go, that kind of looks like the little thing in the dream where they did this little maneuver and got back on the road. I go, it kind of looks like that. And it just happens to be that exact amount of miles. I go, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm like, oh my God, that's a real tiny area that I could quickly go over quickly, like metal detector or whatever. Even divining rods. I'll probably bring some divining rods. They help out there. I've used them on the dig site, and they were powerful. I mean, you're walking, and as soon as you cross over the place we think the tunnel is, they would go like this. Boom, right in your arm. And then you'd back up. You just back up, and they'd go, stop. Back up some more. Stop. Go forward again. Stop. Go forward again. Boom. Like, unbelievable. Those things actually work, I'm telling you. But, so I get this information. And I'm going, oh my God, that's 2. But I go, I don't know that this is a Doc Nos site. It might be, but I don't know if it is. And I'm going, I wonder what it is. Is it Spanish? You know, I'm sure it's Spanish in some way or the other. Because if he found it, it was Spanish anyways, you know, if Doc Nos took it. So I don't know, but I don't care. It's like, okay, I need to go back out there when I can to check this out. So I'm like, I got flooded with this information days after I affirmed I promise I'll help the Indians. And it was really interesting. So was it yesterday, day before, a couple days ago? I just get this feeling. Search for this specific phrase on YouTube and see if any treasure videos come up. There's a guy named Terry Carter that has a whole bunch of interviews with people. It's really cool. So I type in Terry Carter, blank, 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 what I felt like I should search for. Nothing really came up. And I go, oh, let me reword that. Boom, first video pops up. I go, oh, that's probably, I need to watch that one. So I start watching it. And the guy starts talking about one of these secret societies and blah, blah, blah. And he goes like, we found this stone and, you know, we think there's more out there. We're not sure what it means, da, 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 da. And he's talking about these symbols, and he's got pictures of it, of the stone they found. And he goes, it has these 3 symbols right here on this side and on the other side. And one is a blank. I don't know what the second one is. I say blank because I don't want to tell you what it is. But first one, blank. The second one, he couldn't really make out. And the third one, I'll say blank. So my woo-woo friend, when she came to visit us not that long ago, we were talking about some, like that particular dream I had. And the other one. And she's going, I just took a shower and the water's hitting my neck. Like woo-woo dude talks about. She goes, I saw 3 symbols. And the first one she said she saw is the first one this guy in the video that I'm watching a couple of days ago says it looks like a such and such. And I go, that's what Woo Woo Friend saw at my location, you know, psychically. The place I haven't been yet that I'm going to try to find. And then he goes, I don't know what the second one is, but the third one looks like this. And I go, oh my God, that's the second symbol she saw. She actually saw 3 symbols also, but she couldn't make out one of them. She goes, it's just kind of rounded. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, but the first one looks like this. The second one looks like this. And I'm going, oh my God. If she's right and saw that at my site, that's not I don't think this is a Doc Nos thing at all. I'm going, a secret society or whoever maybe it was the Spanish for all I know. And they just marked it the same. From what I've understood, a lot of it is the same. So you never know who actually put it there. But I'm going, oh my gosh, this might not be Doc Nos, which also means it could be substantially more, because he would take a little bit out, put some stuff here. That's it. Excuse me. Of course, you say, well, 110 bars doesn't sound like a little bit. Well, it does when there was thousands upon thousands of bars inside of Victoria Peak, amongst other things. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this could be. I was like, no wonder why I just had this thought. Go look for this on YouTube. I don't even know where it came from. And then I find the video. Boom, watch it. Oh my God, there's the symbols that she said she saw psychically. This guy is saying he found on a stone somewhere else. Also in New Mexico, if I recall. I'm pretty sure it was New Mexico. So I'm like, man. So I'm still thinking about the Dick Algar site, and like, how am I going to deal with that? One day I'm going to have to get this thing decursed somehow. Like, I wonder if I could do it, So Spirit likes to show me sometimes in my dreams, like, like you're in karate or whatever, and oh, you're a white belt, oh, you're a yellow belt, you're a brown belt, orange belt, whatever, black belt. You've been upgraded, like you've went up a notch, and they'll show me every now and then, like congratulations, Snip, you've progressed to another level with your spiritual psychic thing, whatever you want to call it. So the other day, and this one had a lot of meaning to me. Like I felt like it was a big step. Like, in other words, you didn't just go from one belt up, you skipped like 2 or 3 and went straight here, that kind of thing. And I'm brought back to a scene that I completely forgot about having a repetitive dream throughout my life, younger. That was a scary dream, and it was the same effing dream, and I'd have it not all the time, but I had it a bunch of times throughout the years, and it was always a terrifying dream of this house that had like a separate house in the back, like a mother-in-law suite, or just a separate house that wasn't real well taken care of. You go inside, it was just a bunch of like really, really old stuff, antique stuff, but it was effing haunted like you can't believe. And there was one particular spirit, I don't remember if it was a woman, I think it was, but I don't remember, who would just terrorize me, and I hated having that dream. Even though nothing would happen to me, I just woke up out of that and going, damn it, I hate having that fucking dream. Like, God dang it. God, I hate that dream. Like, God, why do I keep having that stupid dream? And, just a terrifying dream. Well, a point in my life, it just stopped happening. And I totally forgot about it. I forgot about it. So, the other day, I have a dream, I'm back there again. And whoever bought the property, like, I felt like the last dream that I had about that place, it was like, oh, someone's buying it, and they're going to, like, remodel. And I'm like, good luck with that house in the back, especially. Yeah, you remodel that one if you want. And that was the last dream I ever had about it. And then all of a sudden, I'm back there the other day. And the house, the main house and the property was very well taken care of. Look real nice white color paint. Just whoever bought it, man, they did a real good job with it. Looking over at the other house, and it's been remodeled, so it actually looks different. Both houses look different. And yet I immediately, upon standing there and look over at that second house, I know where I am. But this place had radically changed to where I shouldn't have known all of a sudden. But again, it's like information in the dream. You just have a knowing. This is part of the details. Boom. You're back there. And I'm having all these thoughts of memories of, oh yeah, I remember that effing house and that little bastard spirit thing that was terrorizing me. And I get this knowing it's not there, it's gone. Matter of fact, it's far away gone. Long gone and far. And I'm standing there, I'm going, well, that's just too bad. Because I want to confront that little son of a bitch. I'd like to have a little word and talk to it about what it did to me. All the terrorizing in my dreams so long ago that I now remember, completely forgot. Why the hell did you do that to me? Why did I want to confront this little bastard. I'm not scared of you. And as I'm thinking that, I'm going, you should be. Like, that thing scared you every time. But I was standing there in a new light, if you will. Like, I had power. I'm a powerful person. And whatever that is beneath me many levels now. Like I will stomp it like a little cockroach. Like, and I'm going, it can't touch me. It can't faze me. But I still want to have a little conversation with it. I'd like to have a little conversation, and I wish it would come down right now. And I got this feeling, this little knowledge. It can't come down. You're so powerful now. Your white light is so bright. It can't come down if it wanted to. And then I wake up. Not scared. Just instantly remembering, man, that was a scary ass dream I kept having repeated. Damn it, I hated that dream. I was like, son of I hate that effing dream. But I'm going, it's not there anymore. And I think it's gone. Like, maybe it knew I was coming. Like, it had to haul ass and go as far away as it possibly could. It couldn't get anywhere near me. Like, it would just fry. Like, like I'm a radiation, nuclear radiating, spiritual, so to speak, white radiation. And I'll melt faces. Face meld, activate. And it couldn't come back if it wanted to, is what the information I got was. We'd like you, yeah, you could confront it if you wanted to. It can't come back even if it wants to. Like, you're that, I say powerful, but I don't know what word to use here. You're too bright, you're too powerful, too white light-ish for this thing, for this evil, this darkness. It can't even come like 1,000 miles away. Like, it can't even get close to you. And then I wake up out of the dream. Wow. And I go, they're showing me all this stuff I'm doing, all this work I'm putting in. Oh, listen to the headphones at night. Oh, do this candle gazing and mirror scrying and listen to this, listen to that, do this, focus on this. All the stuff I've been doing is paying off. And you are graduating, so to speak. And you just basically, I'm doing all this stuff. Yeah, I'm having dreams. Okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden they give me this one where it's like, you would think I would see, oh, I progressed here. Yep, I remember that one. Oh, I progressed again here. I remember that one too. Oh, this dream over here. But it's like all this time goes by, and then all of a sudden they hit me with a boom. By the way, you've upgraded 5 times in between. Like, sorry, we didn't tell you that. You're upgraded like 5 levels. Here's one dream to let you know that that's where you just went. Like, we wanted to tell you, but we don't need to tell you for every time you upgrade, so to speak. You just got like 3 or 4. Boom, here you go. And now look out. Now we're going to take you back to a dream that effing terrified you. And you're standing there in your power, not knowing it, just radiating your white light in the dream. And this thing that had power over you long ago can't even come within like 1,000 miles or more, whatever. I'm just throwing that number out there. It can't get anywhere near you, even if it would love to come down and actually have the conversation with you now. It can't even be in your presence. That was essentially the information. And I'm like, whoa. Yama, 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 yama. So I'm just like, what? Like, this is, but it's incredible. And then I think it was just yesterday, I have this dream, and I wasn't asking for anything. I just went to bed and like, whatever. And I'll be honest, I think I'm at a level now, I don't have to listen to the music if I don't want to anymore, because I still get the information. And I am visited by an ET, friendly, and it is in my house, basically. I was in a different house, but it was in my house. And only I knew it was there, like, because I didn't tell my family, and it was just me and it at the time. And I didn't want to spook my family. And it's leaving, and I know it's leaving to go get its family and friends to come back and introduce everybody to me and my family. So while it leaves, I go get my family, and I'm like, hey guys, listen, we're about to meet some people, from out of this world. I'm preparing them to what to expect, as best as I possibly can. It's the first time it's happened to me. Like, okay, I got to prepare my family. And they're okay. Like, okay, good. And so they come back, and this entity brought what I felt like was family and friends, but one friend in particular just comes like floating up to me fast, and from maybe shoulders or like this area, neck up, was almost like ghostly transparent, you could say. You could still see the shape, but it was like, honestly, I could see through it. It was just odd. And then the rest of the body was physical, like you could touch it. And it was a humanoid type of a thing, you know what I mean? And it was very happy and pleased. It was very super excited to meet me and my family, I guess, like humans or whatever. And it was like, came right away, shaking my hand, like, real happy. How are you? Just, I'm so excited to be here. Like, just, it felt great to have somebody so happy to see you. You know what I mean? It made you feel real good. And I never got a chance to really mess with or talk to anybody else out. Like, I didn't remember, like, what did the guy's family members look like, or what other friends did he bring? Like, they were kind of a little bit out of ways from where I was standing with this guy, and he was kind of blocking their view. But they were there, and this one just wanted to come meet me right away. I got to go meet this guy Joe and shake his hand, and like this entity, this ET. And I'm not sitting here telling you that, there's ETs that have, flesh here and ghost up here. I'm not saying that. It's just the way the dream came through. They present it to just let me know this is an ET, and it's different than the other ET you saw. So in other words, be prepared for that thing potentially in the future, right? And I'm like, okay. And they may, for all intents and purposes, they might be gearing me up for real contact. Maybe out in the mountain one day. Hey, that's a perfect place. Ain't nobody around there. All right, let's go see the guy. Let's go pop up in front of him, So it was a very positive dream. It was really cool. And I was like, wow, I woke up like, man, that's pretty damn cool, man. That was neat. Like, I'd take some more of that. What's next? Show me some, you got anyone else you want to, bring my way? So just a one hell of a weird, fascinating, weird, woo-woo trip that I've been on for the last few years, honestly. Which started in like 2018 with going to ESETI and JC and my wife and Dave and Sarah, and then those two guys and me in New Mexico, and when all this started, then it got next level, and an entity presented itself to me and my wife on the mountain, as in spiritual entity, which she was standing right there. Dude, my wife was right next to me. And she'll tell you to this day, absolutely, I know what happened. And I'm telling you now, I know what happened. And just FYI, when I got home to Florida, after I realized what it was, and I was scared for no reason, I asked for it to do it again. Present yourself to me again. I can handle it. I'm ready now. It did it again at my effing house in Florida. A couple days after I asked. And just, again, this is some weird shit. A lot of it's unexplainable, but I'm living it. I've experienced it. And I have communication with it, whatever it and stuff is that you can't see. The woo-woo, we'll just call it. And it has never led me wrong to date. It's been nothing but help and love and awesomeness. And of course, some of the religious people out there, no, Joe, Jesus. You got to go with Jesus. That's a fake. That's a false prophet spirit. That's the spirit of Satan. And Satan can get you. No, I'm afraid your man-made religion has failed you once again, my friends. But I do appreciate you caring for me and sending me your thoughts. But I'm light years ahead. I'll just be honest with you. I'm light years ahead of your man-made religion. Just like I was light years ahead of the COVID scam in 2020, immediately upon them telling you, I was right. So, I don't know. I just have a knack for things like this. I don't know whatever it is. Who knows? So, I'm going to have to get a video together soon of this whole freaking process of just kind of how it started, and you know what Woo Dude had me doing, and Julianne had me doing some stuff, and like here I am today. You know, here's where I'm at, and I still got plenty to go. As Woo Dude said, he goes, just so you know, it never stops. Just so you know, you never stop learning new things. There'll just be new stuff you learn and can do, and it never ends. Hope you understand that. I go, yeah, bring it on, biatch. Bring it on, son. That's what I want. I want it. I asked for it. And, you know, doing good with it, and in the process, you know, I have a feeling that kind of helps too. You don't want to go into this with a greed only kind of mindset. Oh, I just want to get rich. I just want information in crypto only, you know. No, it's got to be more than that. They give you little bonuses or through me or whatever here and there. Oh, here's a price. Here's a sell price for Theta. Oh, here's a buy price for XRP. Here's this, here's that. Yeah, you can share it, Joe. Share it with the people. Because getting people out of debt is a way of undoing, essentially, black magic. When you are in debt, you are under the spell. And it is an extremely hard spell to get out from under. But once you break free of that debt spell, that's one of the biggest black magic spells they have on us. When you break that, it's like the contract's ripped up all of a sudden. You're a new man, new woman. You're good to go. And it was after that, paid my house off, all that stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, this debt burden. I don't owe anything on any, like I don't owe nothing. Oh my gosh. And it's just this weird invisible weight that's lifted. And it's not just about being financially free all of a sudden, like, oh, that's what it was. No. That's there, but there's something else attached that goes away, like an old filthy heavy anchor. See you later. Cast that thing off me. Get off me once and for all. So if I can help people through the crypto trades on my Patreon get out of debt and take these trades and do what we do over there, it's wonderful. For $20 a month, it's all I'm, you know, like, it's not one of these things, you know, send me your money, I invested, and I made a bad trade, sorry guys, I lost your money, you know. It's like, no, you just have to tell them what you're doing. If they want to follow, they can follow. If they don't want to follow, they don't have to follow. But there's quite a number of people following, and quite a number of people who were able to take the leap and trade and relinquish their holdings when they were scared and they shouldn't have, but it turned out to be okay. I should have followed Joe. You know, I did follow Joe. And more and more that happens as people, I think, see these dreams are seriously prophetic. They're giving me the freaking information to share it. The question is, how much longer will I keep getting this information? And at some point, will the markets just not be tradable like they are now? And therefore, the information will just have to go away. I don't know. Hopefully not for a long time. But what if it is? And they're giving us the information now because the clock's ticking. So it's like, you better take these trades. You better listen to Joe. We're giving it to him to give to you. Take advantage. So, you know, it's just my thought. I don't have absolute proof of that, but I think that's what's happening. And they take care of me for doing what I do with people, you know, helping people with crypto and in the spiritual awakening even. Because there's plenty of people who came over for one reason. Next thing you know, they're interested. Oh, that's kind of interesting now. I wonder if I can do that. And then they start doing stuff. Joe, I had this great, I did that thing, and I dreamed the first night, man. Some people, I've been trying this for a month, Joe, I've got nothing. You know, I'm listening to music every night, I've got nothing. It's like, okay, you know, I don't know what to tell you, but anyways, I'm thinking of just doing a video. Here's where I started, and he had me doing this, then he had me doing that, then Julianne came in, she wanted me to do this, and I'll just tell my story and see if anyone else wants to follow along and just do what I was doing. And that's it, because I've got quite a few people asking on Patreon now, hey Joe, I want to kind of try to do what you did. I want to follow in your footsteps. I don't care about the crypto. Oh, okay. You know, I think it's maybe about time where I went ahead and gave you the whole rundown of what I was being told to do by Woo Dude and stuff. So, on that note, I mean, maybe the next time I go back to the Southwest, could it be the time I go, oh my God, they gave me X marks the spot, at least on the one, and I just got something. And then the old Patreon message comes out. Hey, everybody, please just don't ask me any effing questions. Just put your XRP address and your XLM address, blah, blah, down in the comment section of this post. Don't private message me. Don't message me. Leave me the F alone. Just put your freaking address down there. Okay? Thanks. And then I probably have to hire a couple, 2 or 3 people out of my Patreon to go, guys, I'm going to give the 3 of you a chunk of XRP, and here's a spreadsheet with all these damn people on here. You're going to spread it out evenly. Here's what you do. You know, that kind of a thing. Or whatever. So, you know, at one point I thought, well, you know, I could go back and look at, well, how long someone been following me on Patreon? You know, this guy's been with me 3 years. He probably should get a little more than, you know, some jabroni just signed up last month. You know, but again, it's one way or the other, you know what I mean? And I thought, well, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. I don't know. I may have to ask for a dream on that. Spirit, show me how I should handle that. But nonetheless, that's my plan. But unfortunately, I don't have plans of going back there yet for a little while. And again, the way things are going right now, all this stuff, I was like, man, you may not be going, like, for sure, if they told you, you know, your son's 3 or whatever, like, wait, maybe they're telling me to wait till next year when he turns 3. And then, like, after that, it's safe. You know, like, in other words, don't get caught out there, politics, freaking Russia, China, war games on the side of the coast. Like, yeah, you probably should stay home for a while. You got your effing dreams about freezers full of bread and meat, and they're giving you that for a reason, too. You've got your power outages, dreams going on. Yeah, you may want to stay home for a while. And so I'm just waiting until I really, really get that sign. Okay, now's the time to go. So that's the plan. So on that note, I guess I'll talk to you guys later.